You're listening to Elder Myths and Shadows, where forgotten tales breathe again. There is a moment between sleeping and waking, when the mind opens, but the body remains locked in place. Your chest feels heavy, your breath grows shallow, and fear arrives before thought. Across centuries, across continents, people have reported seeing the same figures during these moments. Tonight, we count down the top 6 sleep paralysis entities. Not myths born from stories, but stories born from experience. Number 6. The Hat Man. A tall, human-shaped figure, completely black, darker than the surrounding room. He wears a wide-brim hat, sometimes described as a fedora, sometimes a top hat. His face is never seen. The Hat Man first entered modern folklore in the late 20th century, yet reports describe him with striking consistency, even among people who have never heard of him before. Unlike other entities, he rarely touches the sleeper. He stands still, usually at the foot of the bed or in the doorway. Observers often say he feels intelligent, as though he is studying them, not feeding on fear, but waiting. Number 5. The Grinning Face. Sometimes there is no body at all, just a face, appearing inches from your own, close enough to feel its presence. Its mouth stretches far too wide, teeth too perfect, or too many. Eyes locked open, unblinking. This entity appears in countless paralysis accounts worldwide, often without a cultural name, only remembered for its expression. The terror comes not from violence, but intimacy. It invades personal space. It studies reactions, and then, just as suddenly, it vanishes, leaving the feeling that something enjoyed the encounter. Number 4. The Whisperer. One of the oldest and most unsettling forms. Sometimes unseen, sometimes barely outlined in shadow. Its presence is known by sound, whispering, breathing, chanting. In ancient cultures, this entity was believed to be a spirit or demon attempting to communicate with the living. Victims report hearing their names spoken softly, often from directly beside the ear. Others hear warnings. Some hear mockery. The most disturbing detail? The voice reacts. It pauses when you panic. It continues when you try to scream, as if it knows you are listening. Number 3. The Intruder. This entity does not begin as a monster. It begins as certainty. The sudden knowledge that someone has entered the room. Footsteps, shifting air, the sense of movement just beyond sight. Historically, this experience was blamed on burglars, spirits, or witches, depending on the era. The figure often appears human-shaped at first, standing beside the bed, leaning close. But the fear escalates too quickly. Your instincts scream danger. Your body refuses to move, and whatever has entered the room knows you are awake. Number 2. The Shadow Person. A tall, featureless silhouette, completely black, with edges that seem to absorb light. Usually seen standing in corners or doorways, places the human mind instinctively watches for threat. This entity appears in folklore worldwide, often described as a watcher, a guardian, or an omen. Unlike the intruder, it does not rush. It observes. Those who encounter it describe an overwhelming sense of being watched, as though the figure is aware of thoughts, not just movement. It doesn't need to approach. Its presence alone is enough. Hey there! If you are enjoying this video, please consider subscribing. It's a small click for you, but means the world to me. Also, leave a comment of what topic you'd like to see next. Thank you. Now back to the video. Number 1. The Night Hag. The oldest and most infamous. Across centuries, cultures described the same entity. An old woman. Thin. Withered. Sometimes decayed. She appears during the paralysis and sits directly on the chest. In medieval Europe, she was blamed for suffocation in sleep. In Scandinavia, she gave her name to the condition itself. In Caribbean folklore, she is said to steal breath. Victims describe crushing pressure, inability to breathe, the sensation of imminent death. Her appearance varies slightly by culture, but her position never changes. Always on the chest, always pressing down. Long before science attempted explanations, people already knew her name. Science may explain why the body freezes, but it cannot explain why the same figures appear, again and again, to people who have never shared stories. Different centuries, different cultures, same entities. Perhaps the mind is not creating them. Perhaps it is remembering something we were never meant to see awake. Thank you for listening. Please like and subscribe. Comment what topic you'd like to see next. Another whisper awaits, if you dare.